Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
And Terrence.
What's up?
All right, guys. We are back. Not a crazy news week, but we do have a couple things. We're professionals. We'll make it work. All right, checked out this week. Terrence, you were so excited after you watched Aquaman. You forgot to tell us about it last week. What did you think of what is this, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom?
Yeah. This is a cartoon.
Okay.
That's it. It's a cartoon at this point. I don't remember how long it was. It's a cartoon, man. It's a cacophony of just fucking visual stimuli and just it's loud again, like the first one. It's not very good. Like the acting is. I mean, they had to fucking recite their terrible lines. The action sequences, there was a lot going on. Really hard to keep track of shit. I think it might be because I'm getting old. This movie is for like teenagers, right? Like we always say, hey, comic book movies are when all is said and done, they're for kids. This one is like literally for children. They may have cursed like once or twice. Like I swear, I think your kids would enjoy this movie because there's a lot of colors and shit. Yeah, that would keep them. It would keep them busy for 2 hours or however long. I think it was like an hour and 50 minutes. So I don't think it was above 2 hours, which is kind of a shocker for a fucking comic book movie at this point.
Also, the first one was 3 hours long.
Yeah, it was long as shit. The plot, I don't even remember. Like, again, I forgot I watched it last week.
How was Yahya Abdul-Mateen?
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, did he throw on a Baltimore accent or no? Because that character is originally from Baltimore.
He did not.
I would love if this motherfucker was just coming at the Aquaman and shit. Like, yo, I'm a fillet your ass with some salt, pepper, ketchup. Take your ass to Lake Trout.
Wearing all Under Armour on? His Under Armour?
He had an Under Armour fucking bodysuit. No, he was fine. Like, it's just not it
seemed like it was a bit of a mess.
It was just all over the place. Like, again, the plot, I'm still not 100% sure what the fuck the purpose. What he got possessed by the Lost Kingdom king, I guess, and he wanted to cause global warming to take over the world, to come back. I don't know. Don't bother, yo. Like, unless you have children, don't bother. This movie sucks. It's not very good. I thought the first one was fine. This one, it deserved its $200 whatever million that it got before it went out of theaters. It's not very good.
All right. Perhaps if I'm feeling like there's absolutely nothing for me to watch next week, I'll watch it. But I doubt it. I have a lot.
You're not going to watch it. There's a lot.
No,
of shit.
I doubt it.
Even if you think there's nothing to watch, trust me, there's going to be something better to watch than that.
All right. Look, I don't know that, but I agree with you.
You know that. You know. Trust me, you do. But like I said, if you want to watch it with your daughter, go ahead.
I'm not subjecting my daughter to that. Get the fuck out of here. I care about her well-being. No, absolutely not. You watched Ferrari?
Again, I might keep her occupied. I did. Ferrari, I didn't know how I felt about it right after I finished it because it's a Michael Mann movie. It was a little weird. So I had to go back to like certain scenes to see like that. And after that, I was like, this is a pretty good movie. What's his name? Adam Driver is good at anything he's in. He's just a good actor. This movie, I don't know. Do you know what this movie's about? Anybody? Because I didn't know what the fuck it was about.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's about the dude who like basically started Ferrari, and like it's about his personal life more so than racing, right?
Well, not exactly. Well, it is. It takes place it's about. It takes place in 1957, and in 1957, there's this.
It's Enzo Ferrari.
Final. Right? Yeah, he's basically the creator of the actual company. Him and his wife, they were co-owners of it, I guess. But it takes place in 57, and there's this race that they call the Miglia. I don't. It's French. I don't know, or Italian. I don't know what it means. But in this year, and in 57, he had a whole lot of shit going on. Like him and his wife were estranged. He had a mistress with a kid, and he had to win this one race to keep his company, essentially. And it's just this one tumultuous year. And he's kind of like a Elon Musk type character, where all he gives a fuck about is his work, and like the kid he had the woman he had a kid with that happened to his mistress. Now the thing is, apparently in Italy, it was illegal to get divorced, so he had to stay with his wife, or his wife had to stay with him. And so they had an agreement. It was like, yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do as long as you come home in the morning. As long as you're home in the morning when I wake up. That's what his wife said. Which
a hell of an agreement.
It was kind of wild. Yeah. But there's this race that he had to do, and if he didn't win that race, he would basically lose his company. So it was basically all of the events of this year that culminated to this final race.
Okay.
The acting was fine. It was great. The racing sequences were really good. I didn't know anything about this race. Something happened in this movie I didn't know. When it happened, I was like, nigga, what? Like, what? I had to pause the movie and Google it to see what the fuck, if it was true. I'm like, because this is a true story. So I had to look it up, and sure as shit, I was like, God damn, that's fucked up, man. It's really terrible. But I feel like people that knew the story were kind of waiting for this scene to happen, so they understood like everything prior to the sequence happening. But overall, I think you two would like it.
Oh, I'm not surprised. I'd be shocked if I didn't, actually.
I don't know if this is one of his best movies, but like it's shot really well. Adam Driver's good. Penelope Cruz is really good. Shailene Woodley plays his mistress, and she didn't do a very good job of keeping her Italian accent. That shit was going in and out.
It's a me.
That accent was going, and accents weren't too ridiculous. I enjoyed it. Like after I thought about it, I'm like, I actually did like it. But when I first finished, I'm like, that was kind of weird. It was like structured weird for me. But that's worth watching. Aquaman is not. And then the final movie that I watched was The Beekeeper.
The Beekeeper.
I'm very interested to hear your thoughts, because I've heard some wild commentary on this movie.
Nigga, this shit is silly as fuck.
Okay,
it's incredibly silly. But it's incredible. It's fun, man.
That's what people say.
That's all I gotta say.
I'm shocked by that.
It's just wildly entertaining. It's so goddamn stupid. Yeah. Like the shit he's Superman.
Yeah, that sounds about right for Jason Statham.
Yeah,
I kind of want to see it, because it's like, you took advantage of my best friend Claire Huxtable. Now,
shut up! God damn it!
I'm gonna
pretty much
beekeep your ass, because I'm the beekeeper. What the fuck?
I heard the action was actually pretty good.
No, it was solid. It's just a bunch of people that like takes money from fucking old folks and shit like that. They just drain their accounts. And he took offense to that. He took it personal, because look, this is not even a spoiler. First 5 minutes of the movie, Claire Huxtable is on a computer. She's fucking with these people on the phone, right? And she presses the button. They steal all her money. And she's like, holy shit, what happened? Bam, smash cut. She blew her fucking brains out. I was like, nigga, what is going on?
Okay.
Like, yo, hold on, man. That's why he's so pissed. She killed herself. Like, okay.
Have you all had that experience with an older person in your life? It's like people were trying to take advantage of my great aunt, who was 96.
I'd be
yeah, man. Like she was freaked out, and I'd go over there and I didn't beekeep the people who were taking advantage of her. But
that's going to be a new turn of phrase. When you beat up somebody and beekeep them.
Yeah, you commit elder abuse, you're gonna get beekept, nigga. Like fuck that.
I don't
But
like
it was wild, man. It was scary for her.
Yeah. I don't have enough elders in my family for that to happen to. They're all dead. I know I broke that down a little bit, but nah, I would be pissed off if that happened. But yeah, she fucking offs herself, and then he goes on a fucking journey of revenge,
killing a bunch of entrepreneur bros. Yeah, I'm all in. This sounds great.
Yeah, when he first walks into that shit, he just beats the shit out of everybody. It's really funny. It's hilarious. He's like, I don't give a fuck about none of you niggas. I don't care about none of that. Like all of y'all. Oh, you can't fight. I don't care. I'm gonna put you through this fucking glass window. Fuck off.
I mean,
it's fun. It's fun. It is.
There's something to the idea of watching Jason Statham beat up like people who can't fight. Like that just feels unfair. It's like, all right, just beat these guys up.
He didn't beat all of them up, but like because they're always like the henchmen, the security that think they can. He took out a fucking group of like military men.
Of course he did.
And they all had guns. I'm like, all right, yo, you know what? No, they're like SEAL Team 6. He just beats. He's like, he's better than all of y'all. He's like, don't let him get close because he'll kill you.
Yeah, like a bee would. Like don't let them. Did they have a lot of bee puns? Like, don't let them sting you. Like, shut up, please, God, shut up.
It's silly as shit, but it is goddamn fun, man. It don't even matter. Like the plot is, hey, these niggas are taking people's money, and he's just gonna take them out. That's it. That's all you need to know.
All right, that's enough for me. That's enough for me. I like it.
Like an hour and 45 minutes goes by quick.
Oh, look, you're speaking my language. Movie. All right.
Yeah, and 10 of that is probably credits, so I'm fine with that.
The credits started like 9:35, maybe left in the movie because I was looking at the time. Yeah, so it's about an hour and 35 minutes of actual movie, and the beginning is like 2 minutes of a bunch of fucking production studios.
Of course it does. I guarantee you, it needed more than 5 of them.
I think it was like 4 or 5.
Oh, so it was just under 5. If it's 5 or more, the movie's garbage. Like if you can get it under 5, you're all right. That's why this movie worked. I guarantee you, the Meg 2 had more than 5. 5 or more.
Nigga,
that movie was a piece of
the
shit.
Meg 2 had like 17. You know? I was like, yo, I was like, fast forwarded, like, yo, come on, man. That movie was terrible.
Come on.
The Meg 2 was fucking awful.
It was one of the worst movies I've seen last year. All right, yeah. So that sounds pretty entertaining.
Yeah, Ferrari and Beekeeper are worth watching. Aquaman.
All right, I'm putting Ferrari and Beekeeper on my list for next week. All right, let's move into topics. Micah, take it away.
Tim Burton is attached to direct a reimagining of the 1958 film Attack of the 50-Foot Woman with the Gone Girl writer Gillian Flynn. I'm hit or miss with Tim Burton. Well, the original movie is stars Allison Hayes as a wealthy heiress whose close encounter with an alien triggers her to grow into a giant, complicating her marriage, which was already in turmoil thanks to her philandering husband. So I could only imagine that this will be Tim Burton's like girl power movie, right?
100%.
Which I'm fine with. I like big women. Like big as in scaled up, you know what I mean? And it is, but I'm not like big into Tim Burton anymore. You know what I mean? Like Tim Burton for me was, I don't know, like he was Batman and Edward Scissorhands, like the stuff that I liked as a kid, but I feel like I've grown out of that.
Yeah,
those 2 movies. Tim Burton were Batman, Beetlejuice, and
Edward Scissorhands.
Edward Scissorhands, and even that, I don't even know if I've seen that entire movie, to be honest with you. So,
I mean, that was the edge of like, okay, this is starting to get a little weird. Like, all right,
yeah, like, this isn't fun anymore, right? Like,
I think I'm getting too old for this.
He did Planet of the Apes, the 2001, right? That's good, right?
The Mark Wahlberg one?
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg, yeah.
Yeah, the Wahlberg one. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks.
Planet of the Niggas? What?
I think I saw maybe 20 minutes of that, and I was like, I got the gist of it.
I think I saw it in the theater.
No, that's the one that had the Michael Jackson looking one. It had the Michael Jackson looking woman.
Yeah, it was his wife. Yeah, it was his wife.
It was
Helena Bonham Carter. Yeah.
Oh, was that her? Mm. So she's gonna be the 50-foot woman, right?
Like, she's gonna be the 50-foot. Well, don't do that. Please don't.
Like statistics say, like if not, she's gonna be her best friend. She's gonna be in the movie. She's gonna be in the movie. I don't know about this. I'm interested to see what he does. If he kind of does it bright and interesting, like, you know, sort of the original one was, or if he just like Tim Burton's it and makes it like all dark and drab looking and everything else, and set in like 1492 England or something for some goddamn reason. But I'm interested to see what he does and like what's the message of the movie, right? Like it's a modern retelling. So, you know, do you keep this sort of the same message of the original, or do you kind of lay into some larger message with this? I'd be interested to know. So we'll see. I'll wait for a trailer. I'm not going to say.
I mean, the fact that the writer of Gone Girl is writing the film is a really big plus. Gone Girl is a great movie.
Yeah, it is.
As a matter of fact, get her to do it. Get the woman from Gone Girl.
Rosamund Pike.
Rosamund Pike.
Yeah,
you know what? Yeah, I like that's pretty good. I'm not mad at that. I can see her throwing some cars around. Like she slit poor Doogie Howser's fucking throat in that movie. Gosh, she was
she plays a very good. She plays a very good scorned woman.
Yeah.
What was that Netflix movie she did?
I Care a Lot. And
she was man. In that movie. God damn, she was awful. She was so good. Yeah, she plays a very good villain. Like just a real piece of garbage. But yeah. I need to go back and watch Gone Girl again. That was a good movie. I really enjoyed that. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm with you. Rosamund Pike is a good choice for that. She'd be fun.
Speaking of good choices for white women to play roles, that's the best I can do for a segue. Millie Alcock has landed the coveted role of Supergirl in James Gunn and Peter Safran's new DC universe. The Australian-born Alcock played the young Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen. Is that it? Rhaenyra?
I think it's Rhaenyra.
I don't know. Rhaenyra. I don't know. Rhaenyra. Okay. I don't know black names, guys. My name's Micah, for God's sakes. In the first season of HBO's Game of Thrones spinoff, House of the Dragon. Okay, I think this is a really good pick. I remember. I think she was. I think she's really good in her her half of the season. To the point where I kind of missed her at the beginning of the second half. When they do the time jump. She's the right age. She's got the right look. Yeah, knock it out of the park. I remember reading some director said, "Oh, it's kind of weird that they cast the main character of a movie without of a Supergirl movie without having a director for Supergirl." I think that was that director's like ploy to try and like I think it was Matthew Vaughn. I think it was Matthew Vaughn.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. He was like, "Oh well, that's kind of weird. I guess you better find a director, huh? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I just did Argyle.
Me before you see Argyle, please." Before the reviews come out.
Right. And look, they did it because she probably screen tested with the guy playing Superman, and that has a director and a writer. So and then if Superman is going to be the thing that kind of the linchpin to spin all of this stuff off of, yeah, you're gonna want to make sure that people are jiving with what's his face?
James Gunn?
Corn Sweat?
David Corn Sweat?
Yeah, Corn Sweat. Corn Sweat. You got after you eat some corn on the cob and you just get hot, you get the corn sweats. That's how I'll remember that.
Very good.
That one.
Okay.
Look, I think it's a good choice.
Fine with it.
I think she's got a good look. I agree with you. I enjoyed her on House of Dragon. Okay, yeah, that's fine by me. I don't have any reason to not like this casting. And just keep in mind, there's a chance she could show up in Superman Legacy too. We don't know. Like, Superman is established. Like, just because Supergirl World of Tomorrow is her solo movie doesn't mean it's her origin film. It just it could just be an adventure that she deals with. There's a very good possibility she could show up in Superman Legacy, even in a small moment, to just be like, hey, here's Kara. Now she's going to have her own adventure later on. So that could also be the reason why it doesn't matter if they have a director for Woman of Tomorrow. They're worried about getting her in for something else. So, but, Gunn also came out and said that two other DC projects are getting ready to start production soon. So he wasn't talking about Creature Commandos, and he wasn't talking about Superman Legacy. So I don't know what other things he's already starting to go into production soon, but Woman of Tomorrow could be it. And that could just be for, scouting, shooting, to, actual lensing. I mean, who knows? But maybe this is one of them. Maybe they're kind of keeping it under wraps because they have a director and they want it to be kind of a big announcement, and they're already working on it. Who knows? So,
yeah,
we'll see.
Matthew Vaughn doesn't need this. He doesn't. I am glad to be vindicated by my apprehension for Argyle.
I think you said that in a really nice way, saying that he doesn't need it. Yeah, it's very political because we don't need him. No. Mike and I had a really hilarious conversation offline about how much of a hit and miss director Matthew Vaughn really is. It's like,
is Argyle not good?
Oh, it's got like a 38% on Rotten Tomatoes, my man.
Apparently not.
Damn. Okay.
People were like, "We're good, thanks. This is silly." All right, next up.
Quentin Tarantino will be reuniting for the third time with Brad Pitt in the director's final film, The Movie Critic. It's unclear if Pitt will play the title character, but I think he is, says this writer. Last time out, Pitt won the Best Supporting Actor Oscar for 2019's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which I still haven't seen, by the way. That's the only Tarantino movie I haven't seen. And he also starred for Tarantino in Inglourious Bastards. Okay. I don't think that this will be his last movie. He doesn't seem like.
How many movies has he done?
This will be number 10.
This will be his.
This will be the 10th one. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't believe.
And I know he's like, oh, I want to go out on a nice round number. I don't think he can control himself. I think that guy's got too much manic energy and ideas, and he's got to channel that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I
what are you going to do afterwards? He's only 50 something years old.
Nah. Yeah.
He's not old.
What are you going to do, man? What are you going to do?
You're a great filmmaker. Look, whatever people think of him, I think people misunderstand his love of films and doing homages to he's just stealing other things. He's not pretending that he made that part up in a movie.
He's not pretending that he created it. You know what I mean?
He's a massive movie nerd. And I think he's a great filmmaker. I don't think he always nails everything, but I do think he's a super talented guy. But like when Steven Soderbergh said that shit, I'm done making movies. I was like, I'm done hearing your lies. I can't wait to see your next movie. Right. Oh, look, Steven Soderbergh put out a new movie. Yeah, of course he did. Dude, you guys are super talented. Look, guess what? You ever heard of Martin Scorsese? He's still making movies, and he will die in that director's chair because he loves doing this shit. And there's no way you're going to walk away from film as much as he loves it. There's no way.
Right.
There's no way.
And Eastwood isn't a third of the director that Quentin Tarantino is, and he's still making movies at 90 something. So no, and Quentin Tarantino is only 60. And his middle name is Jerome. What the fuck? This nigga's name is Jerome Tarantino.
That's fucking hilarious.
Maybe that's why he's always saying nigga.
Yeah, see? He's entitled to it.
Cut that shit up. No,
I don't like that.
He's allowed.
I don't like
His name is Jerome. He's allowed. If you go back enough years, Quentin is allowed. It's fine. I mean, Quentin's kind of a black name too, by the way.
Yeah, well, Jerry Seinfeld's name is Jerome also.
Right. And Jerry is like, absolutely not.
The one time he decides he's not going to play blue, he's just like, let me tell you guys about niggas. Like, wait a minute, Jerry. I can say it. Yeah, I don't think this is the end for him. It's interesting that the article actually has a bit of like what the premise is, because I hadn't heard anything about the premise of the movie, which is like it's based on a guy who really lived but was never really famous, and he used to write movie reviews for a porno rag, because apparently like it's slightly kind of based on Tarantino's own experiences. Like he used to like unload like porn mags for some company or whatever, and he used to read the movie reviews of a guy who wrote for one of the porno mags. So it's like it's kind of about that character, but this guy who wrote the article was like, he's hoping that the character from Tarantino's last movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, that Brad Pitt character like ends his career as, you know, like a bodyguard or wherever he was, and starts doing like movie critiques, and it's the same character, like following that arc, which would be kind of interesting. So, okay, like all right, like whatever. I need to watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I'm writing a list of things to watch next week. So I'm gonna add that. So all right, cool.
Yeah, I mean, look, you say what you want about that guy, and you can say a lot, but if we talk about hits and misses, that guy's got way more hits for me than misses.
What's a miss for you? I know it's Inglourious Basterds for you, Terrence.
Yeah, I wasn't too much of a fan of Inglourious Basterds. My biggest miss for me is Kill Bill. I don't like those two movies.
Really?
I loves those movies. I don't like those movies.
I love those movies.
Everyone does. I'm the only one that doesn't. For some reason, I just could never get into them. I watched them both.
I wouldn't say Jackie Brown is a miss. I would say it is the one that I've watched the least. That's it.
It's not his original story either, right? Like he didn't write that. Like I think that's the one he did not write. So, yeah, maybe that's the reason.
But this says he wrote. This what I'm looking at here says he wrote it.
Or it's like it's not like an original story or something like that. Like it's maybe it's like based on maybe it's like based on a book or something like that. Like it's not based on Rum Punch by Elmore Leonard. That's the thing. It's not an original story.
Okay.
But that's his only thing that's not an original story. Everything else he fucking came up with out of his own crazy mind. Jackie Brown, it's probably my least favorite of his stuff that I've seen. Which is like That's not to say I don't like Jackie Brown. I really like it, but it's just it's probably my least favorite. Yeah, I don't know that I have a real miss for him, to be honest.
Well, Death Proof. A lot of people, for some reason or another, weren't too.
I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay.
I like that. I think people didn't know what. I think people didn't know what to make of it. You know, it's part of this. It's part of this like grindhouse duology, and yeah, I think people just didn't really know how to take it. Am I supposed to watch them both? You know what I mean? Like
Planet Terror.
But no, I enjoy Death Proof.
They beat the shit out of Kurt Russell.
Yeah, they man, shit. It's a horror movie, yo.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I love
the Hateful Eight. I loved it.
Yeah, Hateful Eight was great.
That like to me, that's probably top 3 for me. I think for me, top 3 for his movies is probably Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill Volume 1, and Hateful Eight for me. And really in no particular order, but those for me, those are the top 3. But there's also True Romance, which he also wrote. He didn't direct, which is a one that people should always remember as well. All right, yeah. I don't believe him. I don't believe that he's retired. I think I think you like to say you're going to finish at 10 movies because feet have 10 toes and you're a fucking freak. But I don't think it's anything more than that. He's a fucking weirdo.
That's
like, how can I defend you when you love something that I find so repulsive? It's a hard life for me. Next up, Marvel's Thunderbolts gets a bit of a shakeup. Geraldine Viswanathan joins Marvel Studios movie, stepping in for Ayo Edibiri, who has to depart the project due to scheduling. So there was I don't think there was any confirmation on which role she was playing anyway. So, yeah.
I think the real pertinent question is, how old is this woman with her first name being Geraldine?
She's under 30. I just looked her up. Yeah, she's 28, which I'm like.
All right, so she named after her. So, hello. I had not seen any pictures of her.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm surprised some fucking thumbed up ass response didn't come. Yeah. As soon as you read that last name.
I saw her face. Out of here. I knew what part of the world you were from. Knock it off. Yeah, she's cute. So is Ayo Edibiri. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Again, I don't know who she's supposed to play. So, I mean, that sucks that they're losing Ayo for scheduling, but that's the second person they've lost for this movie. I mean, the writers' and actor strike really fucked things over. I mean, they're even saying that because of the production delays, because of those 2 strikes, the reason Steven Yeun left, and now she's leaving as well. So, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully the movie is still great without the 2 of them, but yeah, it's kind of a shame. But doesn't mean she can't come back to play something else later on.
Yeah, I mean, this happens all the time. You know what I mean? Like, this happens all the time. You usually just don't hear about it.
Yeah. So, or
actors have plenty of stories where it's like, oh, I could have did this, but Will Smith famously was supposed to play Neo in The Matrix.
No, he just turned the shit down.
He turned it down. He
turned it down because he didn't.
The Wild West.
Right. Right.
Solid choice.
Nigga, that fucking movie, dog.
I mean, in fairness, I don't think he would have played a very good Neo. He's not tamped down enough. Like, his personality, I think, would have came through a little too much in those sequences. Like,
would he have tried to learn martial arts?
No, he wouldn't have put in the work that Keanu Reeves put in. Not at all.
Not for martial arts, I don't think. No. And who would have been Trinity? They still leaving Carrie Ann Moss? He flying around in
Oh, that whole cast would have been. He said that originally it was supposed to be him as Neo and Val Kilmer as Morpheus. And I don't think he said who Trinity they were thinking about for Trinity. But yeah, we could have had
Shit.
Yo, that's weird.
What the fuck?
right. And what the fuck does that movie look like, man?
Yuck.
I mean, I'm not even mad at Val Kilmer being Morpheus, like, but
it would have been 99 Val Kilmer, so he still wouldn't. He would have been. He'd have been fine.
Yeah, he'd have been good. Like, but
Okay.
I don't know, man. That's a wild choice, yo. Like, that's weird. That's a very fucking. I'm glad things worked out the way they did. Let me just say that. Like, it's just super fucking.
That would have been a weird movie. Yeah.
That'd have been a very weird movie. This motherfucker yelling and screaming, "Woo ha ha! We gotta get those machines!" Like, that's all right. I'll be your Huckleberry. Let's go.
Yeah, yo, that's so weird. Is Val Kilmer shaving his head? Like he rocking a baldy in that? Like that's
about a bald cap.
I
don't think it's pertinent for Morpheus to be bald, right? Like, I think it was just,
No, I want a 1-to-1 swap. Like,
I
want a 1-to-1 swap. You got to shave your head, the whole 9 yards. Like, fuck all that. Got little glasses, no sides on him. Like, nah, no. Mm-mm. That's weird, Like,
I'm just trying to imagine Will Smith saying, "I know kung fu." Like, I'm trying to imagine Will Smith, like, because like Keanu Reeves, like, if we're being really honest, Keanu Reeves is not a very strong actor, right? I think it's safe to say that, right?
It is. I think you can. Yeah, you can place a bet on that one.
Yeah, you can still enjoy him, but like, no, he's not.
Right. So, and the lines that he gives in those movies are like, they're like, instead of Johnny Utah, it's kind of like Johnny Nevada, right? It's right there. You know what I mean? Like, it's just hadn't crossed the line yet. So, it's like, I know kung fu and show me, right? Like, I'm just trying to imagine Will Smith. Is Val
Kilmer learning karate and kung fu? Is he? No. Nah, yo, I'm not buying it. This is a super weird thing. I'm glad that did not happen. I'm really, really glad. Next up, Byron Allen makes a $14 billion offer to buy Paramount Global. I did not know Byron Allen had this kind of money.
Byron Allen is rolling in money, my friend. Byron Allen is ridiculously wealthy.
Yeah, I did not realize that. I mean, I knew he was wealthy, but obviously it's not $14 billion out of his fucking Bank of America checking account. He's not Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. He ain't, but Byron Allen is not just some nigga from Comics Unleashed. You know what I mean? Like, Byron Allen is fucking paid.
Like, it's really funny. I Googled Byron Allen, right? I was looking at like what people were searching about Byron Allen after this story came out, and like one of the top searches was like, "What's Byron Allen's net worth?" Like, I didn't know this nigga was this rich. Like, yeah, see, everybody thought that. The same thing. See, this guy's actually trying to buy a television company. He doesn't have to. You don't have to make up a lie because he tried to rape somebody. Like, he's actually buying. Excuse me. That's not fair. Bill Cosby didn't try to rape someone. He did rape multiple women. I want to be. Fuck that guy. Yeah. So, comic turned media mogul has made $14.3 billion.
He was a comic?
Yeah, yo.
That nigga don't look funny to me. He looks rich.
He's not, though. He's not.
When the fuck was this nigga a comedian? I'm going to have to watch that.
Like, for 9 minutes. Look, he's the one guy you go, this isn't funny. He's like, I know. And? So what? I'm a billionaire now. Knock it off.
Oh, it's not funny. It's not funny. I just bought this building, bitch. Get out.
Now bring in people to laugh at me. All right, you got it. Yeah, you got it, Byron. The comic turned media mogul has made a $14.3 billion offer to buy Paramount Global, according to a statement from Allen's company, the Allen Media Group. The Allen Media Group assumes Paramount's roughly $15 billion in debt, valuing the shares at about 50% premium for their recent trading prices. Mr. Byron Allen did submit a bid on behalf of Allen Media Group and its strategic partners to purchase all of Paramount Global's outstanding shares. We believe this $30 billion offer, which includes debt and equity, is the best solution for all the Paramount Global shareholders, and a bid should be taken seriously and pursued. That's cool. He also owns the Weather Channel and a number of local TV stations, the Grio, and syndicated TV content businesses, among other ventures. So, yeah.
I remember when he bought the Weather Channel. I remember when he bought the Weather Channel. That was like huge in terms of like a black person being able to get access. You know what I mean? Because he bought it when it was just like a series of static images that just show the local weather in your area. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he turned it into a real fucking channel with like shows and shit. It's wild.
Yeah. No, and it does well. It does incredibly well, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. His story is kind of interesting, but I don't find him funny at all.
I can't believe this nigga was a comedian.
Rich people aren't funny, yo. And if rich people aren't funny. They're just not. I just found his set on Johnny Carson.
Oh no!
I'm gonna watch it. You know.
Look at your face.
I'm kind of listening to it while we talk.
I don't like any of this.
All right.
Look, it's all right.
He said J.J. Walker found him when he was like 14 years old, so his set was pretty funny. So he paid. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not my type of humor. Now that nigga look damn near billionaire. Fuck. Good Lord. Good for him though. That's dope.
Yeah. Look, I got
buying up all. I hope he gets it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Buy all the things. Buy all the networks. Fuck it.
Buy them all. Yeah. Look, that's fine. Look, he should start to just do ridiculous things with the Weather Channel, like just blackify the Weather Channel for a month. Like it's hot every day. Why? Because it is. Fuck off. Because of Africa. All right. Yeah, just do shit like that. Just fuck with white people. Okay, What the Fuck brought to you by JTD from the Edit That Out podcast. Micah, take it away.
A woman recently filed a lawsuit against her husband, claiming that he rarely showered, smelled of sweat, and brushed his teeth only twice per week. The woman, identified as A.Y. by the news media, filed for divorce from her husband, C.Y., citing his lack of personal hygiene as the main reason. The plaintiff's lawyer told the 19th Family Court in this place that the defendant, who wore the same clothes for at least 5 days in a row, rarely showered, and constantly reeked of sweat. I almost said whiteness. Witnesses were it's called a Freudian slip.
Yeah, no
Witnesses
shit. Goddamn.
were brought in to confirm these claims, including mutual acquaintances and some of the husband's coworkers. They all gave statements confirming that the defendant's poor personal hygiene. The court approved the woman's request for divorce. And ordered the husband to pay her 500,000 real money bucks, which equates to about 16,500 real money bucks, as compensation for his now former spouse for putting up with the fact that this dirtball doesn't shower.
China.
Where's this from?
China.
You'll never guess where this is from.
Damn
You'll never guess. Pick a place that we've never said before.
Never
Papua
said.
New Guinea? I don't know.
Real money bucks. What's the conversion rate? 500.
That's what I was
do you
trying.
know
That's
what,
what I was trying. That's what I was trying to. I was like,
Yeah, I was-
what sounds like? What's up, right? Trying to be slick and shit.
Siberia. Nah, he wouldn't be sweating in Siberia.
No, he wouldn't be sweating in Siberia.
No,
Do you
niggas
know?
stink there? They stink there.
Do you know whose currency is the lira? Because that's what the 500,000 is. It's 500,000
Isn't that
lira.
like-
Isn't that
Is
Italy?
that Italy?
Nope, it is in Turkey.
Oh, okay.
Huh. Are we sure we
Probably,
haven't done anything in Turkey before?
Have we? I don't know. I don't remember
I'm
saying
sure we probably
Turkey.
have at least once.
Well, probably. I mean, there's many. Apparently, people don't shower there. I'm sure there was another story where we had.
I saw.
By the way, Terrence and I were
you
correct.
sure?
They also used to use the lira in Italy as well before the euro. Okay.
Okay.
Smart.
I saw a YouTube short where this white man was going to try to tell people that washing your legs, it doesn't matter if you wash your legs. No, he said if you wash your legs, it leaves more bacteria on your legs than if you don't wash them. Because he had his crew of people that run the YouTube channel wash their legs and then not wash their legs. First of all, it was not near fucking wash rag in that motherfucking clip. So I was like, yo, automatically.
They didn't have a scrubby or anything. Come on.
They ain't have a loofah. They ain't got nothing. So I was like, you're already dirty. Second of all, you're like, no, nigga, your whiteness is not going to work on me, nigga. Like, yo, no.
You're not going to try to snowball me.
You're not gonna blind me with your whiteness. Get out of here.
Yeah, he was like,
Wash your legs.
Wash your legs.
Washing your legs leaves your legs even dirtier. And eating fruit is the number one cause of diabetes, guys.
Yo, that fucking video made me so bad.
I think they had to be trolling. They had to have been trolling. There's no fucking way in hell. There's no way.
Just engagement trolling. Like, knock it off.
That's stupid. So yeah, I was
if you eat too much fruit, you might get diabetes. You think these niggas get diabetes from fruit? Is that what you believe? Yeah, fruit snacks, not fruit, not real fruit from trees, nigga.
fruit roll-ups.
Yeah, like come on, yo. Like, I ate too many grapes, and that's how I got diabetes. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. It's fine, but no, it isn't. That's not how that.
I think I replied.
Shut up.
No, I think I did. I was like, y'all niggas dirty. That's all. Because it was ridiculous. Ain't no way in hell.
Oh,
like,
get a washcloth, a scrubby, something. Wash your legs. Don't just wash the top of your body and let the soap run down. What kind of lazy?
You know why people don't do that? Because people don't want to bend over. People don't want to bend over, and they're too stupid to realize. They're too stupid to realize you can just pick your leg up because that's how legs work. If they work, right?
No, not these guys. What if you slip? What if you slip? You're in a world of trouble then. Yeah.
Well, that's when you get the medical alert brace.
You get on the alert brace. No,
sometimes I'm like, shit. I'm standing on one foot in the shower right now. I know I got a non-slip grip on the bottom of my tub, but I'll be scared. Sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be like, yo, I don't want to slip and bust my shit open. but I'll make sure I wash my fucking legs, yo, and my feet. Because come on.
I have the floor of my shower is tiled. Like I don't live in a jail, so I'm not worried about somebody breaking in when I bend over to wash my legs. Like I'm okay. What the fuck? And if I was, lock the door, you fucking psycho. It ain't gonna get me. All right, okay, all right, relax.
No, but a lot of niggas don't wash their ass, and apparently that's a real problem.
Again, these are things I don't understand.
I don't get it.
You can smell yourself. If you can smell yourself, it's a problem, yo. You be like, like, nah, yo, no one's behind you. Like, wash your ass. Like, come on, that's crazy.
It's unacceptable.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Terrence, your story.
I think my story was from last week. AI-powered perfect girlfriend earns $30,000 per month from lonely men. Didn't we do this?
Yes,
Yeah, we
did
did
that one.
Wow,
Yeah.
fucking up, JTD.
We can edit that out.
I get it.
Sorry,
see?
I was a little slow on the uptake. I got you. I see what you did there. My story: Mickey ears cosmetic procedure for pets sparks controversy. There's a growing number of pet owners that are putting
California
through painful cosmetic procedures in order to give the rounded ears inspired by Mickey Mouse.
Like, nigga, come on, man.
This is so fucking stupid.
This is either Japan or California. Those are the two I'm choosing. I don't give a fuck. This is insane.
Micah, your thoughts?
I'll pick the other one. I'll pick China or Florida. How about that?
One of you is correct. One of you is in fact correct.
Wow. Holy shit.
The answer, which shouldn't surprise you, it's China. Most cats and dogs have naturally pointy or droopy ears, but these jackasses have been cutting their ears of their dogs so they look like Mickey Mouse. I don't like this. This makes me really uncomfortable, and it fucking pisses me off. Like, don't do that to pets. You know what, Terrence? We don't have a story for you, but I'm going to send this story to the two of you. I don't know if you saw this. We can quickly talk about it. There's a dude in China who got banned from he got disqualified from a marathon in China because he ran a full 26.2 mile marathon while chain smoking the entire time.
I did see that.
And they disqualified him. They were like, "Nah, this is lewd and lascivious behavior." Yo,
where was it?
He gave himself a handicap, yo.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
It's like he ran the race with one leg. Like, what the fuck? With one lung. And beat all of them. The Chinese marathon runner, famous for chain smoking during official running competitions, has been banned for his uncivilized behavior. Uncle Chen, as he's known.
Uncivilized.
Yeah, that's wild, yo. Uncle Chen first made international headlines in 2022 when photos of him running in a marathon went viral on social media. The 50-year-old experienced runner that he has always has a cigarette lit in his mouth and kept lighting them up as soon as he finished one. Dubbed Smoking Brother. Okay. Chen sparked controversy on Chinese social media, with some users praising his athletic abilities and others criticizing him for promoting an unhealthy habit, and also exposing other runners to harmful tobacco smoke. Nah, let him go. This guy is a superhero.
I'll allow it. Get the fuck out of here. Just don't get that shit in my face.
Yeah,
I kick in your kneecap.
Yeah, I find cigarette smoke to be abhorrent.
I hate it.
But somebody, I grew up with two smokers, so I'm not a fan. But yeah, somebody who can do a fucking marathon while chain smoking, that's crazy.
Well, first of all, this nigga's 54. No, he's 50 now. 51. You got to stop smoking, bro. I thought this nigga was in his 70s.
Yeah,
look at his face. Yeah, he looked old as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that smoking is not really helping out your fucking physical appearance. I mean, you might have the lungs of a whale or whatever, but yo, that's crazy. Yeah, let him go, man. Let him go. He finished a marathon. I couldn't do a marathon, and I don't smoke. I ain't never smoked. I smoked twice in my life, and that was 30 years ago.
I've never smoked a cigarette. I'm a good person.
I was in 7th grade. I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, this is dumb, and never did it again.
Somebody offered me a cigarette in a mall when I was a kid, and I went and told my grandmother, like a fucking, like a bitch.
Like a herb.
Yeah, like a herb, yeah. This guy offered me a cigarette. And I was like, this is not cool. It wasn't cool, and I've never smoked a cigarette, but there's no way I could finish a fucking marathon. No. Smoking a cigarette? No, my lungs would explode and I'd die.
Miles? Yeah.
Mike, you trying to run a full marathon at some point? You used to be a runner.
3K, 5 miles?
I used to be a runner. And
you used to could?
Yeah, and then I weighed 250 pounds, and that ain't gonna cut it.
What do you?
250 pounds banging on your knees and shit.
What's a bigger handicap? A 250-pound runner or a guy who smokes fucking cigarettes?
Oh, 250 pounds. 250 pounds. If that dude was 250 pounds, he wouldn't be running. That's a lot of weight to be fucking running. Before I started this diet, my doctor was like, "Nah, man, you got to stop that shit. You need to, if you want cardio, you need to ride a bike. Because get the fuck out of here. You're killing your knees."
Did he offer you a pack of cigarettes? Like maybe this one.
I was watching another YouTube video, and it's like 1 in 5 people that have like issues, like health issues, die from like cigarettes and shit. 1 in 5 people or something like that. I can't remember what it was. A wild statistic. That's
crazy.
1 in 5 people.
If you already have health issues,
health complications from smoking. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what the like?
I don't get it.
I don't know why people still do it.
They didn't, and then the government let up a little bit, and they're like, I think we got to everybody and told them not to smoke, and they let up, and young people were like, no one's telling us not to smoke. I'm gonna start vaping, and then everyone started smoking again. It's a terrible fucking idea.
Yeah, vaping is slightly better, but it ain't by much.
No, it's not.
It's still fucking nicotine,
and people do. They seem to actually smoke more. They seem to actually.
Yeah, when people that vape, I always see that shit in their fucking hand all day. And I'm like, yo, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It was supposed to help you stop smoking.
Nah.
So.
Yeah, that's the
Oh, shit, I forgot. Did you guys, there was one other thing that I watched before we get to the trailers. Have you seen the trailers for Griselda?
I know of it. I have not watched it. This is the Sofia Vergara show where she's playing.
She's playing Griselda Blanco, which first of all, no, don't do that. Like Griselda Blanco.
Griselda Blanco is looking down from heaven or wherever. Like,
wow, she's not looking down from heaven.
Just like me. She looks just like me.
Yo, Sofia Vergara is playing this one.
Yeah, I was like, yo, this is one of the silly, but she wanted to do it. It's like a fucking vanity project for Sofia Vergara. She's an executive producer of it. She's actually really fucking good in the role. Like,
people said she won like Performer of the Week or something like that. Like TV Guide's Performer of the Week for that show. She's really good in it.
I didn't know that was a fucking thing, but yeah, she's actually very good in it. But like, she's playing Griselda Blanco. Have you seen Griselda Blanco? You know what she looks like?
I know what she looks like.
Griselda Blanco looks like.
Every single image of this woman looks absolutely nothing like Sofia Vergara. Absolutely nothing. And I'm looking at side by side.
Agree to disagree.
I'm looking at side by side images, and they're like trying to like.
They tried. I would still
her. They tried
with the prosthetics on.
No.
That's by the way, that's the wild shit. They didn't even try to do like, oh, we're gonna put you in like kind of like a heavy suit or whatever, and like do it. They're like, nah, you fine. Go ahead, just get on the screen. Like, yo, she looks nothing like her.
Nothing at all. It's fucking silly, dude.
Griselda Blanco looks more like she looks more like Pablo Escobar than she does with Sofia Vergara.
Like, yeah, she kind of does, but like, you wouldn't say that to her face because she'd kill you.
No,
but
she's straight up murder her ass.
Here's the thing about the series: they tried to make her a someone that you actually give a fuck about, like someone you care about.
Yeah,
they try to make her a sympathetic character, and like if you actually know her story, she's not a sympathetic character at all. Like, that chick murdered somebody when she was 14 years old. Granted, she grew up in prostitution and shit like that, but she like enjoyed killing people. That was like a pastime for her.
Yeah, because I remember hearing about her in, what was it, Cocaine Cowboys, like 2 or 3. Yeah. Like they focused on her.
The first one came out, and they like the second half focused on a lot of what she did in the 70s and the 80s. The second one was just specifically about her.
About her, yeah, that's right.
That's how ruthless she was.
That first Cocaine Cowboys was a great documentary. They got sillier and sillier as they went on. Though I was like, what's all this weird animation and shit? Like it was bizarre. But that first Cocaine Cowboys was dope as fuck.
She was crazy. Like in the show, they made it seem like she was like she felt bad for some of the shit that she was doing.
Nope.
And I'm like, nah, this is bullshit. Like this is bullshit. Nah, that chick was a fucking psychopath. Like she would just kill you for just about anything. Like if you were in her way, you look at her wrong. You'd be sitting on the bus stop, you look at her wrong, she'll take you out. Like I didn't even do nothing. But she was good. Like Sofia Vergara was very good at it. Actually everybody was good. It's a good series. It's 6 episodes. They're an hour apiece. It's very entertaining, but like there's a lot of bullshit in there that just nah. Mm-mm.
All right, I'm gonna put it on my list. Griselda. Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, "What is this casting?"
When I saw, I was like, "Wait, she's playing." She actually doesn't look like herself. Like they did the makeup. Is like at some point you're like, "Oh, this is Sofia Vergara." It doesn't look like her.
But yeah, it doesn't look like Sofia Vergara, but it don't look like Griselda Blanco either. You know what I mean? Like it
just gave her like a big chin or a big jaw. That was it.
Oh, I see in some of these later images. Okay,
yeah. It don't work.
Yeah, they basically just gave her like cherubism. Like they didn't really try to. All right, this is fucking weird. All right, cool. All right, yeah, I saw some people saying it was pretty good, and I was like, it's on Netflix. I don't believe you. Like I immediately was like, no, I don't think so. Nice try, Reed Hastings. We'll see. All right, trailers this week. There is the official trailer for Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire. Look, not gonna lie, this makes me want to go back and watch Ghostbusters Afterlife, which I've been meaning to take a look at. So. This one, it's a really well crafted trailer, but like you got Ernie Hudson and Dan Aykroyd are in it, and then of course Bill Murray is in it now, which is what I think people want, right? Like they want they want to see the older characters mixed with the new ones if you're gonna keep doing this shit. Like they don't want to just see those guys get like largely like pushed off to the side. So it's cool. It's cool to see those guys all back. So yeah,
also
monsters look good.
Look, man, whatever Ernie Hudson is doing, if he likes those other guys, he needs to share it because Ernie Hudson looks like he's 50 years old. Ernie Hudson looks like he's 50.
And he looks amazing.
He does, and those other two guys look like they need to be hit with the fucking proton packs. Like they look like walking death, dude. Like God damn, what does Bill Murray look like, yo? Like
not
Jesus.
But here's the thing: they look their age. That's the problem. Ernie Hudson just doesn't. He got all that Carl Weber money. He like, nah, I'm good.
I think Ernie Hudson's the oldest out of them.
That's insane. Are you serious?
I think so. Ernie Hudson's 78 years old. Dan Aykroyd is
78.
He's the oldest.
Ernie Hudson's almost 80 years old.
Yo,
he is 78. He is the oldest by like 7 years.
Yo, Black absolutely don't crack. That is insane. Jesus Christ.
He just turned 78 in December.
This nigga looks amazing, yo. That's wild.
Yo, him and Donald Trump are the same age, yo.
He's older. He's older than Donald Trump. Yo. He's older than Donald Trump.
Yeah, he's a year older than Donald Trump.
God damn.
And look,
Aykroyd is only 71.
And he don't look like he's struggling to deliver lines either. Like, let's all work together. Like, nah, yo, he looks and sounds young.
What the fuck? He was in Grace and Frankie, or Frankie and Grace.
Grace and Frankie.
He's perfectly Grace and Frankie. He's
Yo, he looks
perfectly coherent. He looks like he's 50 years old. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, he looks like a 50-year-old from like the 90s. Like that's what a 50-year-old Or he looks like
with 43-year-old Danny Glover.
Yeah, like Danny Glover, right? In Lethal Weapon 1.
But he's twice as old. Literally.
Yo, that's absolutely insane. Wow. All right. Yeah, this looks fun. They brought the I don't remember her name, I apologize.
Older than Danny Glover.
They brought the secretary back from the original Ghostbusters as well. She actually also looks pretty good for her age too. But I'm wondering if, obviously there's nothing in the trailer to indicate this, but I'm wondering if Rick Moranis comes back because now he's doing a little bit of acting. Like, it would be kind of dope for him to come back and be in this. That would be fun.
Didn't he just was like, I'm done? How long? What was the last thing he was in?
He did the
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah, no, the problem. No, what happened? Do you know the story behind that? So he was like a huge fucking star, right? Like, he did Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and he did 3 of those movies. No, his wife died, and so he was like, I'm out to take care of my kids. That's what he did, to raise his kids, and so he left. But his kids are now, obviously much older. So, he could come back.
Speaking of kids, Ernie Hudson has a 59-year-old son.
Ernie Hudson's gonna outlive all of us. I bet Ernie Hudson's son looks older than Ernie Hudson.
Holy shit, man.
Now I need to see what his son looks like. Like, what does his son look like?
Oh, I can't do this, show. I can't do this. What the fuck? God, drink your water. Drink your water.
Yo, here's a picture of Ernie Hudson and his 2 sons. Yo, his one son literally looks like he's the same age as him. He literally looks like he's the same age. Here, hold on. How, yo? How?
This is crazy.
Yeah, I see the image.
That's fucking old.
Yeah.
With the one in the yeah, that's the one I'm looking at. Yep. Which one is the 59? I don't know which one is the 59-year-old.
I don't know which one's the 78-year-old.
None of the. No, apparently those actually aren't his sons. No, wait. Okay, those are. All right, no, those are not his sons. Yeah, because his wife is white, actually. So, his sons look more like El DeBarge.
Oh, these niggas.
No,
I don't like this at all. I'm looking at a picture of his family.
Yo, his son's got like crazy mustaches. I'm not sure what's happening here. Either way, yeah, Ernie Hudson, that dude's immortal. Like, this is crazy. Like, wow. Amazing.
Jesus.
He's 78. How? How? He looks incredible for that age.
How old was not Venkman. Who was the one that passed away?
Oh, Egon?
How old? Egon Spengler. Yeah, what was his name?
Oh,
his real name?
I forgot. It's
Howard Ramis.
Yeah, Ramis. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy how young he looks. But yeah, this looks good. I think it's a good trailer. It's got all the sort of Ghostbustery feels that I'm looking for. So, all right.
Yeah, that was the issue with that other, I think, 2016 Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like Ghostbusters. It felt like who was the guy that directed that movie? It felt like his movie. It didn't feel like Ghostbusters.
Oh, that was the dude who did Bridesmaids.
Well, what? And Bridesmaids. Paul Feig. It felt like a Paul Feig movie and not a Ghostbusters movie.
Yeah,
and it wasn't the cast. I'm sure if the cast had better material, it would have been fine. But yeah, like you said, this movie makes me want to. I never saw Ghostbusters Afterlife. This movie absolutely makes me want to see it because this Ghostbusters Frozen Empire looks like that classic. Like it's giving me those classic Ghostbuster vibes.
Yeah. Next up, the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, aka Henry Cavill is having a fucking blast in this movie. This is based on a Winston Churchill book, or a book about Winston Churchill having these sort of covert teams killing Nazis around the world during World War II. This is the Guy Ritchie-esque version, so it is a lot sillier, way more violent, and just plain fun. Everybody seems to be in this one. Again, directed by Guy Ritchie, with Henry Cavill, Alan Ritchson, Henry Golding, amongst many.
Carrie Elwes?
Yeah.
Yes, he's in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah. This looks fun. What did you guys think?
I'm usually not into period pieces unless they're like alternative history and they're like silly. And yeah, this looks fun, man. This looks like everybody's having a good time. Who doesn't want to kill Nazis? Yep. It's very famous people wearing the most ridiculous like facial prosthetics and facial hair and shit like that. And like why, like what the fuck? Why does Carrie Elwes look like that? Yo, like this looks kind of odd. It just like kind of silly. But like there's a quick shot of Winston Churchill. Like, you're not Winston Churchill, but like, okay, I buy it. Like, I'm just here to have a good time. And beating up Nazis, man. We need more of that shit.
Why is Jack Reacher using a bow and arrow? Like, of all weapons.
It was like, it just seemed out of place. He's way too big.
Yeah, like, okay. That's why. But Micah had seen the trailer we talked yesterday, and I was like, just when you watch the trailer, you're gonna ask yourself, what the fuck why is he okay? Like, why is he doing that? Like, all right, that's fine. Like,
also, this is like kind of like how in the Harder They Fall, that movie had its own story, but it was based up. But the characters' were named after like real cowboys, and this is something similar where they cast ridiculously good-looking people to play these actual people who existed. But if you go back and look at the images of the people that they're playing, no. That dude does not look like Jack Reacher. No, he doesn't. Like that dude, I think that dude that he's playing had like glasses and quite literally a pencil neck. Like it's hysterical.
Yeah, I mean they're doing the exact opposite of what the Netflix show Griselda is doing, which is a dead-on balls accurate looking actress to the person she's playing. Like, you can barely tell them apart. So totally different. Yeah, look, that's fine. Like, I'm just here for the ridiculousness of this. And Cavill looks like he's having a good time. Like, good. This guy has been trapped in a franchise where he looked fucking miserable every day. Where he actually looks like he's having fun. So that's cool. I think that guy is going to end up, the best thing that could have ever happened to him is him not being Superman anymore. Like, that guy seems to be just being cast for so much stuff. Like this, Highlander, like he seems to be like, and he likes being in these sort of action roles. And he can do, I think, a little bit of drama. But I think he's just so much better at when he's allowed to just kind of cut loose. He seems to be having more fun. So good for him. I'm happy for him. Look, best trailer of the week, easily. The trailer for Monkey Man. This is directed and starring and was written by Dev Patel. It is being produced by Jordan Peele and the good folks over at Monkey Paw Productions. This might be one of the best examples of making a very cultural centered film outside of the U.S. and making it completely palatable to worldwide audiences. Like, even if you don't know any of this sort of like a lot of the Indian history and stuff like that that's going on in this, you don't give a shit. shit looks badass. Like it just looks good, and it's very Indian. It's super fucking Indian. I'm surprised there's not a dance sequence, to be honest, in the middle of this movie. I wouldn't be surprised if there was.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I don't know that. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Bollywood sequence. I really wouldn't be. But yeah, it looks dope. It's a little like it's a little wild. It's a little John Wick. It's a little. It's got some comedic elements. Yeah, I think it looks really fun. So I'm all here for this.
Yeah, this looks really good. And when it said directed by Dev Patel, I'm like, ain't that the nigga in the movie? Like, that's him, right? Holy shit. This looks crazy. And I think it's going to do very well. I was watching Michael Jai White, and he was talking about, someone asked him a question about black folks not being able to do well overseas. Like
I saw, yeah.
You saw the clip? And he was like, it's not about black people not being able to do well overseas. It's about the types of movies. This is an action movie. RRR was an absolute phenomenon, right?
Yep.
Like everyone loved that movie. I feel like this movie is going to do very well. It's an action movie. It's an Indian dude in it. I think it's going to do very well overseas. This may be like a $500 million movie because it looks dope as shit.
Yeah.
He might knock it out. It looks like he knocked it out the park direction wise.
I mean, the fight sequences look great.
Yeah, this looks really good, man. Yeah, they do. That's why I asked you, like, who the fuck did the choreography for this?
Yeah, that's what I'm.
It's the dude and it's the dude who did Undisputed. So if you've seen that movie with that big ass motherfucker moving and flipping around, like, yeah, okay,
yeah,
that's fine by me. Michael,
also like sometimes you gotta, you know, I think brown people know this. Like, you got to make your own shit, yo. You got to make your own shit. If you want to be seen in leading men roles, if you want to be seen as an action hero, if you want, like, you know, in America, you cast an Indian person in something, they're generally playing fucking one of the guys from Silicon Valley, right? They're playing a tech support guy or some shit, or the dude from The Big Bang Theory. Yeah. And so if you don't want to be seen as that, like, you got to make your own shit. You got to make your own stuff. And I'm not surprised at all that someone like Jordan Peele is helping finance this thing.
Yeah.
Because that dude is, like, he's gone on record as saying, like, I'm not going to have any white leads in the movies I direct, because they get a lot of, like, there's plenty of opportunity out there, and he's not saying white people won't be in his movie.
Yeah, they
won't have white leads, right? But they won't have white leads, and I hope he does continue to produce stuff like this. I hope more people follow suit, because, you know, we could spread it around, man. We could spread it around. Also, yo, like,
super good, dude. Like,
it really looks dope, yo. Like, it looks dope. Like, it looks fucking.
The costuming looks awesome. Like, where he's got to apparently, like, fight the people in, like, those, like, classic armor fucking suits. That shit looks incredible. You don't see stuff like that. Like, you just don't see shit like that. Yeah, this is giving off everything that I want in movies like this to go wide. Right? Like, look, the second this came on and it was like, all right, like, this is an action movie. And I was like, look, this takes place in India. I was like, yo, if they don't play that Punjabi MC song, I'm going to be fucking pissed. And they did. Of course they did, because that shit goes hard. Yeah, this looks fun. It just looks fun. That's all I want.
Yeah, and apparently Dev Patel is a fucking black belt in Taekwondo. So there you go.
Right. This is look, if he wasn't,
and again,
already,
he wouldn't have been cast. He wouldn't have been the lead if this was someone
fucking
else.
No, wouldn't have, yo.
It would have been about a white man who goes to India and hires this guy to drive him around. That's what would have been the fucking movie.
I think this was supposed to go direct to streaming, but Jordan Peele was like, no, this is too good. We're going to put this in the movies.
Good for him.
And he funded it.
Yeah, man. Because, like,
I hope this does well, man.
Action is universal, man. And if fucking John Wick can get 4 movies, Like you can do the same for this. You know what I mean? Like
I mean, but that's what Michael Jai White was saying. It was like it doesn't even like basically American movies don't really do well. Like dramas don't do well overseas.
Yeah.
He was like action movies do well overseas. He was like the Marvel movies, action movies, they sell. He was like, look, I'm black. He's like, my shit sells overseas. It does because people like action movies. Like they just do. Certain shit is just universal. They already have drama actors. Like nobody wants to watch a drama of two Americans when you can watch it in your native language in China. Like that doesn't, you know what I mean? Like you just pick Chinese actors.
we don't watch dramatic foreign language movies here.
Exactly. Yeah, that's absolutely correct, right? I mean, that's why what was it? Parasite was such a big deal that it did so well because people were like,
and
read
that's why
the subtitles.
And that's why I got a ton of fucking backlash because people don't fucking watch dramas and shit here.
Godzilla -1 has beaten it. Money wise,
Has beaten Parasite?
Parasite, yeah.
Wow. I think that's still in the theaters here. Next week, man. Next week's my week. I'm home alone for a whole week.
I'm fucking pass out and fall asleep.
That's it. Yeah. Wake up a week later. Did you watch it? I didn't watch it.
Yeah. I'm about to watch it. Wake up.
Good night, everybody.
Fuck. God damn it.
Another day wasted. Yeah, this. I mean, again, this is a perfect example of how you do this. Like, you can make a movie that universally people like, while not throwing away like the cultural significance of the story.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
This looks really dope.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. And that comes out April 5th in theaters. So, all right. Okay. Anything else before we get out of here?
No.
Nope.
All right. All right. That's it for us, guys. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Take it easy.